Hey, Lisa here, Divine Messages 333 LLC. So I have a few minutes and thought, let's see what the tea is when it comes to your job. What's going on at work? Hopefully you can hear me through the traffic outside. So we're going to start with what's the tea. Again, this is just going to be a few minutes. So, okay. We got a cyberbully. So somebody is watching you online. You may do stuff online for work. Maybe they're just interested in what you have going on in your personal life. Maybe you don't share too much, but they don't want you to know about it. So they could be deleting things. Let me see what else. Yeah, so, okay. Well, seems to be a lot of that going around. You're doing pretty well for yourself, and they want to know more about that. So, now if you have been, maybe you've also been deleting some people, maybe you don't want them to be able to see what's going on, and so they're holding a grudge because of that. But they'd also like to get in the middle of something that you have going on. You would be a divine, feminine, masculine. You're in your divine energy. They are not. This is them. They are not. This is them coming in. They'd like to kiss your butt, probably to get back into your circle and find out what you got going on. They feel threatened. They might be intimidated by whatever you have going on. Maybe there's something about you. I'm hearing alluring. I don't know. Maybe there's something about you aesthetically, just your appearance. Maybe it's, maybe I'm hearing intimidated. Oh, that's on here too. Intimidating, threatened, bothered. So they're bothered by the fact that they can't see what you have going on. You're doing pretty well. Maybe they're hearing about this. They'd like to come in. And then there's more than one person here. It is bothering them, and they're talking to other people about it. So there's gossip. They could be meeting up to talk about this. They may want to steal your ideas. There could even be, for some people, maybe you're interested in a certain person and they want to know about that, and they would like to get in the middle of it. So they are moving around. They hear you're probably moving around. So they're going to move in silence, or you're also moving in silence. You're both. It's kind of like, what I'm getting is kind of like mirroring each other to a degree. I feel like they're trying to mirror you. And because they're being really sneaky here. We have moves in silence. We have dusted off. Okay, so they're being sneaky. I feel like you're being strategic, and so it's like you kind of are mirroring each other, although your intentions, your motives are different. So let's say that there's co-workers, there's people that know, people that are mutual between the two of you. So like if someone were to here, let's say there's a third person, right? And you're telling them about what you have going on. And then there's someone else that you work with, and they're, I don't know if they'd really be sharing. Let's say that they are sharing, right? They are sharing with someone what they're doing. Maybe they're making up a new account and they want to see what you have going on. Well, I don't know necessarily if the mutual person would see it as mirroring, but it's going to sound very different. Like you two are doing something in different ways. So we have obsessive, lover, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessiveness, karmic. This doesn't have to be someone that you are in a romantic relationship. This could be another energy. With all of these little balls on her face, I feel like there's a lot of people. So I don't think you have just one person. Oh, they're also cloud hungry. So, yeah, you rejected them though. You're not interested. You're not interested in sharing. You're not interested maybe in being around them or something like that. So, let's hear a little bit more about this situation. And then I've got one more deck, and it's probably going to talk about like what you have coming in for you. So, tell us more about this cyberbully, this thief, obsessive lover, the grudge holder that's coming in, kissing ass. Okay, it's way over there. Separation fell on the floor, and we have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Okay, you are definitely not interested in, it could be all these people, multiple people, you're not interested. You're not interested in continue. You may even be thinking about leaving a job. We have hammer. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. I'm getting same shit, different date. I'm hearing smackdown or like a gavel, like, I don't know if this is kind of giving me like judgment, like in tarot. So you may be calling judgment on some people. And I got a phone call coming in. I don't know who that is. Girl with a snake. Empath and narcissist paradigm. Being charmed or used. Enable and boundaries. Yes, you are definitely putting up your boundaries. You may be dealing with someone who has narcissistic tendencies, or they're very self-absorbed. They're kind of an opportunist. Could be a narcissist, but people throw that term around a lot. Self-indulgence. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So, yeah, you are working on yourself, and you don't need to share that. You're not interested in sharing whatever it is that you're working on with these types of people, because they need to do some work on themselves. They need to heal. You've already done your healing. You may be, we're always, working on ourselves. We never end. We never stop that. But this person or these people are not in alignment with you. Like I hear you're a level up. You're a step up. So they're not going to catch up. They're not going to catch up. Passion. Insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. So you may be more interested in, okay, so I'm getting like, you have done some work on yourself. You've embraced, all of yourself. You're accepting more of yourself, like shadow side, your divine side, however you want to call it, I don't use like good and bad or anything like that. Our shadow side, our shadow helps us in a lot of ways. But I feel like this type of energy, this kind of low vibrating, again, you're just protecting your peace, you're protecting your work. You aren't interested in relationships where they're sneaking around and gossiping. They want to get in the middle of things or be distracting. You're not interested in that. So you're going to separate yourself from that energy, from those types of relationships or environments, and work on your passion. This is also going to help you bring in soulmates. So it could be people that you're going to collaborate with, your soul family, people that you're just more in alignment with and have, I'm hearing, better results. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, want to date. So, for some of you, not all of you are going to be interested in that. But again, it's just a reference to fun. You could even be like just being, maybe your personality is lightening up a little bit. Maybe you kind of went through a more serious phase in your life. Somebody was joking around with me today when I was out. I was literally on my phone doing some work, and this person was kind of creepy, so I wasn't interested in having any kind of conversation with them. But they paid me a compliment, and when I ignored them, they were like, oh, you're so serious. Well, yeah, I can totally have fun with the right people and the right energy and the right environment, but I'm not going to show that I'm not going to be, open or inviting to energy that I am definitely not interested in, not even to have a conversation with, because I could tell it was going to go into a kind of an icky, I was just going to go in the wrong direction. So anyway, you may be just kind of out there, and people can see that you do like yourself. You're not scheming and you're not holding grudges. And we have Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. Someone may be hesitating to show interest in you or to possibly ask you out. You may be a little hesitant to connect with people in that way. I'm hearing go for it. So that's only going to be for people who are open to it. Like I said, I'm hearing go for it, go for your dreams, go for opportunities. Camera. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. Right. So there could be things that I'm hearing burned. You may have been burned in the past. And so you could be a little hesitant. There could be people coming around that you had connections with in the past. You're going to use your discernment. Maybe you are interested in reconnecting with people. If you guys are, both kind of on the same page. I don't feel like, and maybe if you two have done some work, or you and other people that might circle back around have done some work on yourselves, your perspective may change a little bit, or their perspective of you has changed a bit. Again, though, I'm seeing this obsessive lover, so do use your discernment. Be careful of that, because and we have dates. Not everyone has, the best intentions. They're kind of more out for themselves, and it doesn't even necessarily mean that they are, trying to come to disrupt your life, or, I'm hearing take you down. It doesn't have to be that extreme. They might not be aware, though. They may not be aware that because you have done a lot of work and things are going well for you, you're not the same person. So, maybe a few years ago, a few months ago, you would have been more less hesitant to accept an invitation than you are these days. And then we have date. Meeting someone new. Dating, get back out there, plan, and set a date. This could just be with yourself as well. So you can take this as, a relationship with yourself, or possibly new relationships with others. Doesn't have to be romantic either. There could be something that you've been thinking about doing or scheduling. It could have to do with work, because this is what this was about. So you may want to, I'm hearing, fill your calendar. If you work for yourself, or you have some projects, or, you could even be invited to collaborate with someone for work. And then I'm hearing jump on it. So plan those things if that's something that you were thinking of. I'm going to try to get this one right here. Ooh. We have foolish. Okay. Someone may have been foolish. I don't feel like this is foolish energy for you, but a lot of times when this card comes out, I get the Fool, in tarot. So now this one's got kind of a black eye, looks a little bit, maybe beat up there. I'm hearing something about a checkered past. There could be someone it could be this obsessive lover who's maybe the grudge holder. Okay, this could all be the same person. they could have been foolish, and now they want to come back and kiss your butt, but you may be a little intimidating to them. You could be in separation from this person, and they could be circling back around, talking about, you know, old memories, things like that. Maybe they want to meet up. Okay, so with him wearing the green jacket, she's got the blue. To me, that's somebody talking about, you know, maybe expressing, could even be like confessing. Someone might be coming in to confess something, hoping that we have winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. So this could be job opportunities, you know, different things that you're working on, and so it's going to pay off for you. But it could also be someone, maybe an opportunist, and want to come here and get a piece of the pie because you're moving on up. I'm hearing the Jeffersons theme song. You might know somebody who lives on the east side, or maybe you live on the east side. Okay, just a few more. Okay, so we have, there might be something that has a deadline and there's mere seconds to spare. This could have to do with setting that date or opportunities. So you may, I go back to that jump on it. You might need to jump on it if there's something, I'm hearing lingering, or I'm seeing like someone has a good day planner and they're tapping like on the page. So check your emails, check your, if you use a calendar, just check calendars. Is there anything that you overlooked that you need to circle back around? There could have something to do with a deadline, and you may be able to still get in on it with just a little time left. We have messenger and good news. So something is coming in for you, and we have that invitation earlier. And then avoid obstacles. With the black cat here, some people see that as bad luck. I don't see black cats as bad luck. But there could be, this could also be that person that could be intimidated by you. This is talking about, so we're talking about work also, and that could be, this could be the one that wants to know, what is your good news? What do you have going on? What are your opportunities? It's none of your business. Worry about yourself. Okay, so there is something, you may be like doing multiple things, requires skill and balance. So a lot of times when this card comes out for my clients, they usually have a lot going on, or they're kind of like going into like a new phase, a new chapter, they're ending one thing, they're going into something new. A lot of times it could have to do with work or just balancing multiple things. And I remind them, yes, they're doing multiple things. It looks a little difficult here, right? Balancing on the ball, holding the umbrella, you got one leg up, the ball is moving. Although they're doing it. They're doing it. So slow and steady. I'm not really getting this like slow and steady wins the race type thing, because I feel like you've already won. But in order to maintain what it is and keep going, keep what you have going on, you know, going at a good pace. Don't go too fast, don't go too slow. It does have to do with your creativity with this yellow, the solar plexus here. It does have to do with your creativity and balance. Balancing. So yeah, you're balancing something that you've been working on. You might also be kind of hanging more to yourself. You're working on something that you are expressing, and it's about, something's about to like go off. You might even have like, so what I'm getting is with all these stars here, kind of like people see you as a star, or you have a lot of things that are going to be, I don't know if you're like in the public eye. Well, okay, so with when we started out, we have the cyberbully, right? So yeah, this could be that you're like, I'm hearing famous. You may have a lot of people seeing you, and this could be bringing in some opportunities, but a lot of people may be wanting to work with you or collaborate with you. Something that you've been working on is about to like go off. I'm not getting like a bomb, like a bad thing. I'm getting more like fireworks. Explode. That's what I'm hearing, explosion. Something you've been working on is going to explode, and you're going to be able, it's going to balance things out. So you have probably had a lot of things that maybe were taking a lot of time, or people were getting in the middle of it, or you just, maybe you've been just working on it for a long time, but now it's about to pay off and explode. There's something that you could be thinking about collaborating, like there's people who want to collaborate with you, but you're attracting, you're in a more like energy of attracting. And you may have, in order to maintain this, you may be thinking that you need to go out and like ask people to work with you. But you are already attracting. You're attracting, so let them come in. And right here next to me is a peacock, okay? So it's another confirmation that yes, people are seeing you as, some people may see you as like kind of flamboyant. I'm hearing showy. You're a star, I heard. But I think your intuition is telling you that whatever it is that you think maybe you need to reach out and ask people for help. Not that you shouldn't ask people for help, but there could be something that has crossed your mind. But your intuition, I'm seeing this kind of like an antenna and with the purple, like intuition, like your third eye, your higher self is telling you, maybe I need to do it myself. Maybe I'll have more balance. It'll be more fair, or I'll have more, I'm hearing justice. I don't know why it would be an injustice, but, if you do this yourself. So I'm hearing to pick up a couple more cards from What's the Tea, and then we're going to be done. This is actually going a little bit longer than I thought. So what are the last things you want to leave us with? Otherwise, this is really good. Oh, somebody wants to come in and give you some money. Use your discernment with that. But this could be something that helps you along. So if you feel like it is a good opportunity, or you're kind of, maybe that's part of this. And part of this is that you need some money in order to be able to do something. And you don't know how you're going to do that, but you have some good news coming in, and then you won't need to ask someone for help. You'll be able to do it yourself. Scarcity tactics. Or this could be for some people connected to someone who wants to, they may know you need money, and so they're going, I'm hearing lend a helping hand. But if you feel like this is an opportunist, or someone has been lazy, they haven't really been doing their own stuff, yeah, I wouldn't go for it, because they could be having bad karma, and that will You don't want that energy. It's kind of going backwards. All right, these are the last ones. So, okay. Yeah, somebody, this could have to do with job. So you're reflecting on your situation, okay? And like I said, you're in a divine energy with all this weight. This person is in their divine energy and they're reflecting on this person or someone who is kind of forceful, forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. Now, it doesn't mean they might also be looking to get you to argue with them, or they might be someone who argues. I'm hearing retaliate. This person, though, they have bad habits with their bad karma. They're talking a lot of shit. This could be like a wolf in sheep's clothing, but I don't think that you see them that way. I think they don't see themselves as a wolf in sheep's clothing. You see them as that. They do not see themselves. They have a distorted view of themselves. Then we have child services. Okay, kids at risk of being taken or is about to, reporting something, neglect or abuse. Okay, so what I get here is if this isn't a former person you were in a relationship with, it's just people are talking about you and spreading rumors, gossip, mirroring each other. Self-image relationships reflect our wounds. Introspection. Right. So I started off talking about how you're mirroring someone. Could be multiple types of people, but you're reflecting on maybe, and then with that, memories with the camera. Yeah, this is somebody that you have had a past with, or you just have some, it could even be recent memories. You know, you're just thinking of reflecting on how this person or these people kind of operate, and you're not interested. You may have filed a report, maybe you went to HR about something, and people, they could be saying that you have bad habits, or you could have been telling, someone at work, someone has bad habits. They're not aware of their self-image. When they see themselves in the mirror, they have a distorted view. So I'm hearing they look in the mirror, you look in the mirror, and you see your true self. And you like yourself. You like... Garbage truck went by, I heard trash. So I'm trash talking. So when you look in the mirror, you're seeing your shadow side, you're seeing, the person that you've worked on. You're seeing the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the beautiful and the ugly, however you want to see it. But you're embracing all of yourself. This other person, they're looking in the mirror. They do not see that. They only see, I'm hearing vanity. They're looking in the mirror for vanity. They're seeking approval and confirmation. You look in the mirror and you like what you see, but you see clearly. It's not a distorted view. You see all of it. And so you see yourself more like this. They don't. I have a lot of skulls around me right now. They're kind of, I'm hearing dead inside. Yeah, you definitely don't want to connect with that energy. So you are a bright bulb, I'm hearing. I'm going to end this here. You have good news coming. You're going to be able to do something yourself. You may be able to get in on an opportunity that you thought maybe went by. You might have a few days, a couple weeks, or it's just mere seconds to spare, but you're going to be able to do it. Good job. Someone also may be interested in connecting with you in a romantic way or collaborate with you. And it's not all negative. They're not all negative, but I think I'm hearing very aware of what's going to work for you and what just is not. And there is someone holding a grudge, and they're not going to what is this? Yeah, they're just acting foolish. And you're not, they have a checkered past as well. So, all right, that's what I have. Good luck. Have a great week. And we will see you next time.